Good morning, everybody. This is just an update from a breaking news story here from the United Kingdom. 4 people injured in a car and stabbing attack at a Manchester synagogue. Suspect supposedly shot by the police. Obviously, not going to come to any conclusions on this. This has literally happened a few minutes ago. But I think it's very key when events like this happen to put them into some kind of context, in the sense of not reacting very quickly, not getting, your first immediate emotional response to something like this, which is obviously outrage. That's understandable, but not letting that skew your view of what may have happened or may have not happened. Events like this have become more and more common across Europe over the last few years. People driving into crowds of people, mass stabbings, even shootings. This is not something, unfortunately, that is uncommon anymore. But when this happens, it's always very important to ask the question, who benefits? Because usually that then will give you a much better idea of who may be behind it. So you'll always quickly have a system narrative, a mainstream narrative that will look for you to blame a certain person or a certain group of people. We saw that with the immediate aftermath of huge catalysing events like 9/11, right to recently with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. They'll tell you very quickly who's behind it. Quite often when you look at these events, the official story and the first story to be released does not stand up to any kind of investigation or any kind of scrutiny. It's very simple to pick holes in them. So it's very important when things like this happen to keep an open mind and not jump to conclusions. First thing I'll say is the loss of life in any context is absolutely abhorrent, and our thoughts and condolences goes out to those people and their families and anyone else involved, and those people living in Manchester today who are probably now feeling in a state of fear and anxiety and bewilderment at what's happening to their city, as other people will when it happens in their cities around the world. So our thoughts and prayers go out to those people, and I hope anyone else that is living in the city can somehow find some solace today. But I think it's very important to not jump to conclusions. Very, very important. Who benefits from events like this? What comes afterwards as a result of them? What policy changes are justified by events like this? What military interventions are justified by events like this? It's very, very clear to see that through history, recent and far history, that events and catalysing events that create outrage have been used to make societal changes and justify certain things. They obviously need the public to buy the official story of whatever the event may be in order to push through those agendas. So it's very important. Keep an open mind. Don't jump to conclusions, and look at all the evidence before making any kind of judgment on who and what you think may be behind it. Thoughts, as I said, go out to anyone involved and anyone in Manchester today.